What's up, folks? This is the Couch Connect. My name is Joab, and today I'm hanging out with Hillary. What's up, Hillary?
I'm good, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very fine, man. Thank you for gracing us with your presence on this couch.
Well, thank you so much.
And Hillary has, agreed to be our first guest for this year. So thank you very much, Hillary.
Thank you, man.
If you are new to the Couch Connect, this is a show where we basically talk about the science and art in everyday life experiences. And so if you have not yet subscribed to this podcast, this is my invitation to you to, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that every time when we have a new guest, you can get to share in this experience with us. All right, let's go. I was listening to someone speaking a couple of days ago, so I know that you're married, so I can make this joke. So this guy said that a man should have two wives.
It depends how you look at marriage, but a man should have one wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy also got me because initially I was like, man, I tried thinking about it, I was thinking critically about it. But then it turns out that what he meant by, two wives is that the first wife that you should have is land to till.
Right.
And take care of that land and, take care of her, that's your first wife. And then your second wife becomes, your wife, your one wife. I thought that was cool.
So how does...
Yeah, so you take care of the land, and that is your wife who's going to feed you and take care of you and, provide for you and stuff
And
like
the
that.
second wife.
And then the second wife is your wife. Or the first wife is actually going to take care of the second wife as well. But I think what he really means by, the first wife, the land, is, I think, basically a source of income.
Source of income.
You should have a source of income, so first wife before you get married.
Got married. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've
So.
been seeing what you've been doing in the spaces, man. You've been working really, really hard. I've known you for a couple of years. I think you've been my friend for more than 10 years now.
Right.
Ever since we met. But I like what you're doing in the spaces, man. That is so great. I was going through your Twitter account. I can see, you have so many titles. And when I was thinking about, this whole issue of marriage, one of the things that I saw in your Twitter profile, is that what they call it, or X profile,
Yes.
is you say that you are a men's mental health advocate.
Right.
So is this something that you do often?
Yeah, we are in Twitter or X. Now It's called X Spaces every Sunday. And mostly we talk about what is happening across the world, life, the politics, daily issues, what is happening, and come back to mental health. Men, we are created to, the way we are built in a way that we need to take care of most of the wives. You bring issue of wives.
Yeah.
And many men have issues back at home, but they don't like to talk about it.
Let's talk about these men's issues, or as you call them, men's issues.
Right. So, yeah, men, you realize that sometimes you cannot even provide at home. And maybe people look at you have children, your wife, somebody that is coming there, but you don't have a way of doing it. You realize that you don't like to talk about it. So, and when you don't talk about issue, it's become a disease in your body.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of toxicity in the body, and when that is happening, now you create diseases in your body. So we are creating a platform whereby we want men to come across, and we just talk issues of men. We say that how can we handle these issues when they're coming, even in our homes, the home setup. When you're a boy child, you realize that you're being treated differently as a girl child. So and no many people or many parents doesn't focus on boy child.
Okay.
So this one bring a lot of issues even in the future. When you are old now, you're being affected because brain records, and when your brain records in future, they when they want to come out, they come like diseases and everything. So you realize that men struggle with a lot of things, but they are not being addressed directly. So we are creating that platform whereby men can be free, even if you are tortured when you're young, the issues that you face when you're young, the abusement and everything. So we created that platform. We come as men, we come as young boys, we talk freely,
Yeah.
we share these issues and we share experiences, and now we see how best can we handle these issues.
Yeah. So let's talk about what you said, the boy child.
Yes.
Are there specific things that you think that should be addressed for the boy child?
Yep. There's so many. There's so many. One, boy child should be treated like any other child.
Okay.
Not because he's a boy, so they say that you are strong, you need not to cry.
Yeah.
You hear parents say that, oh, you need not to cry. When something comes wrong, you want to cry, you cry as a boy child.
Yes.
Because that is an emotion. You can't control it. But the way we were trained when we were young, no, man, you are a man. You need not to cry like a baby, or you need to cry, not to cry like a girl child,
Yeah.
When you buy things at home, I think also the boy child should just be treated like any other child, that treat him equally.
Yeah.
You find even when you go to school, you realize, well, if you're getting school fees, getting pocket money is difficult. You're a man, you can survive.
Yeah.
You
So the girls are given
they
more
gotta give
pocket money.
more. You find even the clothes. Maybe
Yeah.
you have only one pants, one shoes,
Yeah.
a pair of shoes, or socks. You have one tie. You go survive there. So these are things as mental problem. They cause problem. If you can provide 2 pants. It's
Yeah.
important.
How many pants did you have growing up?
Oh man, it was crazy. Sometimes you were just going, oh, pants. I was having maybe 2.
Two. I remember for me, I only had one proper pants, like the ones that I wore to church.
To go to church.
I mean,
yes.
I wore the same pants every Saturday. They were this weird green,
Yellow.
green brown color.
right.
The one like a definitive. Maybe there's an actual color for it. I just don't know what it is.
Right.
And I wore the same pants every Saturday to church. I mean, of course, I had my shorts that I wore to school, and I only had 2 of those with a school uniform.
Yes.
And I had maybe a couple of other pants, that I wore to play outside, at home and stuff like that.
Right.
And this is how I grew up. Now that you're saying it, I'm just thinking. So I'm an only child. I don't have siblings.
Oh.
But I'm thinking, what if I was a girl? An only child who was a girl. Maybe I would probably have had more pants.
Oh man, you
Yeah.
have more pants, more scars. It depends with where you were raised.
Yeah.
So that mentality, many parents have it, but I think it's something that causes problems when you grow up. Now
Yeah.
you're older. When you remember how you're being treated and everything, they affect your mind. They
Yeah.
affect your thinking.
Yeah, but do you also think that, when you undergo this, I don't want to call them hardships, but when you undergo this, one
This
pants
situation, yeah.
situations,
Right.
do you think they make you more resilient to fight, not to fight better, but to be more hardworking, in a sense?
No, both sides works.
Okay.
It depends how you look at it also. Because if you look at it positively, it's
Yeah.
a good thing. If you look at it negatively, that my parents can provide me 10 pounds, why are they giving you one?
Because they
you
wanna
take it
harden you.
negative, you last start hating your parents.
Yeah.
You hate people or the guardian. You hate them. And that hate bring negativity in your life. And
Yeah.
now everything that you see is just negative. you
Yeah.
know. But you take it a positive side. That's the beautiful of it. You say
Yeah.
that I was having 1 pound, I can make 20 pounds.
Yeah.
It is possible. You'll be more resilient. Will make you work hard
Yeah.
to have more what you want in life. That's where we come in.
Yeah.
And now we tell people that everything that you see, take it and look at the positive side of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, because when you look negative side of it, there's a lot of negativity because
Yeah.
you start to compare yourself with other families,
Yeah.
your friends, your peers, and everybody. And that one, you cannot perform.
And all the
But
many things that they
and
have.
many things coming and everything. But when you look at a positive level, oh, I have 1 pound. This guy have 10 pounds. Why they have the 10 pounds? You learn about that, how to make more pounds. That will help you to work hard and have what you want. And the world is open
Okay.
to somebody who's working hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said there are many challenges, so we're going to come to these many challenges.
okay.
But the one challenge that I wanted you to talk about a little bit briefly on is the inability to provide.
Yeah.
So there has been a mentality, growing up, the mentality that I had is that a man is the provider of, provides for the home, right?
Right.
So the man being the provider at home, how does the inability to provide affect the mental health of this man?
the way men are raised, and we read so many books. Men. We have that. We're being told that we are the people to build home.
Yeah.
And when you cannot build home, you feel like you are not supposed even to live.
Yeah.
That's already a negative attitude. And that one bring an ability. Then you come vulnerable.
Yeah.
Then you try everything is not working. You get discouraged every time with the things that is happening.
Yeah.
So that one is bring an ability. And when the inability comes in you, it makes you more weaker.
Yeah.
And when you come weak, you cannot do anything. So your muscles, your body, you think a lot, you don't sleep well, you don't even eat. So everything you look in a way that there's no need of living in this world.
Yeah.
When you create that inability, we usually create in us. And when the challenge comes, find you're weak, your mind cannot think anything else. You're trying to do a BCD, is not working for you. And that one bring inability, because men, we are created in a way that we need to provide.
Yeah.
For ourselves and even for the family. And that's why boy child is very important. So when you create that inability in you, it will bring problems. So look at a positive level. I cannot have it today, but tomorrow I can do ABCD, I can consult, I can work. What do I want to achieve in life? When you put the things that you want to do in a better way, and then you consult. Have people that you can talk to. I'm trying to do this, how can I do it better? And have people who encourage you. Don't have people that discourage
that
because there's so many people that discourage. Oh, say that one you cannot do.
Yeah.
The way they look at you, they just look. Oh, Hillary, you're looking. They say that one you cannot do. Leave it alone. So when you get into that, then you kill yourself, and the more inability make you more weaker, and then you come somebody that cannot. You look at yourself. You are not supposed to live in this society.
Yeah.
But I want to say this. I know we understood you, but I also say that God is very important.
Yeah.
In our lives, that it depends on the God that you worship, but that God you worship, look at Him, and on a positive level, He will go and provide. So when we put God first, God enable you to create the ability, and drive away an ability, then that will make you to provide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a challenge, but I have a couple of friends who have been trying to find. Okay, so maybe I should backtrack here a little bit. So there's a big gender spectrum. So there's people who, on the one end, who identify as male, and on the other spectrum, there's people who identify as female or women.
Yes.
And so in between here, there's a very large spectrum of genders. But so let me talk about the men, the one extreme end in general, which I believe is what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So some men may want to find a partner to spend time with, a wife, right?
Yeah.
But due to some of these challenges, they are unable to find a spouse. So do you think this is another challenge as well that men face?
Yeah, it's another challenge. You are very right. But it's another challenge that we create ourselves.
Okay.
Because we put standards. You look a beautiful lady, short, brown, fat. You know those things.
Yeah.
I usually say that those things doesn't count.
Yeah.
In a partner.
Okay. Hey, I'm very interested to find out how you decided on finding a partner if those things don't count.
Because human being,
yeah,
the way it's created, the way you're created, we can't be the same.
Yeah, true.
You get it? So when you're talking about fat, tall, light, and everything, you didn't create anybody.
Yeah.
You meet everybody on the way. I say we usually put all those things, but that is human being mind.
Yeah.
And that's why I said before that God is very important. When you know God, you ask God, anybody who is coming to your life should be somebody that will make your life grow.
Yeah.
And I believe in that. When you do that, you'll notice that when I meet my partner, yes, I need a beautiful lady. I need somebody, but the standard should be God.
Yeah.
And then whoever comes to your life now, it is not you, it is who created her.
Yeah.
Who created her.
Yeah.
Will bring that person.
Yeah.
And then you'll find that you are compatible.
Okay.
And when you look that one, you'll make you find somebody will help you to grow.
Yeah.
Because many people look at the beautiful, that is very important. How you dress, how you look at is very important in human eye. But at the end of the day, are you compatible? Can this person make you, when you wake in the morning, you pray together, or you can discuss issues in their house?
So
or
there are people who are incompatible.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And that's why you see a wedding is being done today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, there are breakups.
So you think that, going back to what you said, not looking at, the beauty and, all these other things, we should look at the compatibility.
That is very key.
Okay.
But what I've said is, there's a human being. This human being, you meet him or her. When you meet this person, you've never seen her, right?
Yeah.
The way he's created, the way he's tall, young, smart, it is God who created this person.
Yeah.
So when you look the creature first, is very important.
Yeah.
And then compatibility means that somebody that you can sit down, you can share issues. When issues comes to home, how do you discuss all these things? How do you tackle it? I don't say that whether God brings somebody or when you meet somebody and you're home, you'll be at peace all the time.
Yeah.
You'll be having a disagreement. Why? Because this person you've just met when you're old.
Yeah.
Is raised in different culture, you're raised in different culture, different home and everything. So it is a matter of learning each other.
Yeah.
And this one requires a lot of patience, a lot of commitment,
Yeah.
and a lot of integrity in this sense that because this person is coming with the things that she knows, also coming the things that you know. So coming together slowly is very important. So this one is a challenge in the sense that many men or many women looking, what do you have? How do you look? The car that you drive and everything. But these are just can come.
Okay.
Yeah. They
So
can still come.
we can even fix how I look, how people look, right? Yeah, right. I mean, if I am big, we can go on this health regimen. They can be smaller. If I am small, we can go on a different health regimen, and we can become bigger. If I have a very, maybe an attractive look to my face, we
Right.
can fix that, in a
It
knife
can be
and stuff
fixed.
like that.
It
If
can
that
be
is
fixed
important.
because if that is important, that can be fixed.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of things that you can do to fix that, and you can work on that.
Yeah.
You together, if you're together.
So do you think that men, one of the challenges that men have is the inability to find men who have succeeded, and then in turn, these men can mentor these men who are looking for men who have succeeded.
Yep. What we lack is the men guider. Somebody can guide men to look things in a proper way.
Okay.
Because we take our challenges more. I want to say that everybody has a challenge.
Yeah.
But all these challenges depends how you look at them.
Yeah.
On a negative way or on a positive way, and how to solve these problems.
Okay.
No matter how small it is, don't ignore.
Yeah.
Try to find a way how to solve it. And that's why I said, if I have an issue, I need to have a friend that will encourage me to do that. So I come to you, Job, and tell you, Job, you know what, this is happening and everything, but how can I go about it? If you have such a person,
Yeah.
will help you to think differently, because you're thinking differently. If I ask you a question now and I go ask somebody else,
Yeah.
you realize that these people will give me different answers.
Yeah.
It makes me think, these people, you see it in a different angle. And that's why talking to somebody else is
Yeah.
very important.
Okay.
Yes.
And now, where can we find these mentors then? I mean, I know that maybe one of the things you do is you are a mentor yourself.
Right.
At least that's what you say. But where can we find these mentors and the X space that you run? I think this is one of the things that you guys are doing over there, mentoring people. But where can we find mentors?
Oh, there's so many. That's why I say you need to check your circle.
Okay.
Because not everybody there also is a mentor.
Okay.
But what one key thing that to talk about is a positivity. I come to talk to you, and I see how positive you are on that issue.
Yeah.
that encourages me a lot.
Okay.
But when you are negative, and also something that will make you, I want to do something, you discourage me. I come again, you discourage me. So in X, what we do, I know we talk a lot of things, and so sometimes we divide. We go to politics a lot.
Yeah.
We usually ask people that the people you talk to, do they build you positively or negatively? So when you do that, we'll help you to know Job is a good man, and he makes my mental thinking grow.
Yeah.
So I think that's very key. They're all over the world. I cannot tell you specifically where are they.
Yeah.
They're all over the world because in X we talk with everybody all over the world.
Yeah.
You find somebody in Australia, somebody in the US, somebody in Kenya, somebody in wherever
The
they are, or UK or Europe. But you hear how these people talk, and sometimes you DM them, you talk to them, you see, and also their stories is very important. You know, sometimes you come, my friend, it is important to know where I come from, how I've been going through all these challenges, because most of these challenges, mostly, they're just the same challenges. It's only that how we handle them is what differs. So that's why you need to know somebody you are talking to. And also, there are so many people nowadays, many people are on mental health.
Yeah.
And also many people are psychology. There's a lot of psychologists that you can approach on a professional level.
Yeah.
And also as a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go on a professional level. You approach a psychology.
Yeah.
Or a psychologist, and you talk to them, or you can approach friend.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's very easy because there are these people. But if you cannot afford, because these people are being paid, it might be expensive. You need to, the people who are around you, look at someone who look things positively, and that one will help you to grow.
You know, sometimes I've thought about it. You know, what if the people who are surrounding you all look up to you? You know, you are the one who seems like they have things going correctly for them.
Yeah, that was.
And so everybody around you is like, man, this guy, he's my mentor.
Is my mentor.
You know? Or they call you to sit down with them and they're like, you know what, mentor us. Mentor us, sir. So we're going to hang out here and mentor us. Don't you think that is so much pressure on some people?
It is pressure. It is pressure, even into the family.
Yeah.
It is pressure when everybody's looking at you before you make a decision.
Yeah.
Nobody can. So that one is important also. It makes you to think more.
Yeah.
And explore.
Yeah.
Don't just, if you realize that you're in a cocoon that whereby everybody's looking at just at you, you know?
Yeah, then you have to venture out.
Go out and read a lot of books.
Find other people
and everything. So broad your circle.
Yeah.
And that one will help you to, because everybody's a mentor.
Yeah.
I believe so. But it depends the experience that you have and everything. Because you reach a point whereby everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything, you are empty, then it is difficult and will bring pressure. And also that pressure will bring so many things into your body.
Do you think it's important to have multiple circles? So let's say you have your community circle where you live. Right. Then you probably have a community circle in your church.
Right.
You have another circle among professionals. You know, people in your own profession.
Right.
And maybe if you are, you know, into fitness or into cars, you have a circle around people with similar car enthusiasm.
Exactly.
Or people with, you know, fitness enthusiasm, stuff like that.
Exactly.
And maybe that way you can find people who are better than you in one way or another.
That's true, because every field that you are,
Yeah.
there's somebody is better than you. Mm-hmm. And also when you notice, one challenge that we usually have, when this is a human being, when you realize that everybody is consulting you, you think you're superior.
Yeah.
But that
and then it gets to your head.
It gets to your head, then that will make you fall.
Yeah.
As much as you're superior, and you learn that, look at the circle. That's why those circles is very important.
Yeah.
And be somebody also ready to learn and to listen to other people.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the things that you do is philanthropy. You do support people back home, right?
Right.
And so is there a criteria that you go through when supporting these people, or do you mostly support, you know, family members, or is it, you know, like your local community where you grew up?
Yeah. We have siblings.
Yeah.
We support them where we can.
Yeah.
We talk and we sit and do that. But I have cousins also.
Yeah.
They need support, everything. We sit down most of the time and we talk and we see how we can do it. Sometimes they need assistance.
Yeah.
You are not able to make it, but let them understand.
Yeah.
That because people have this mind that Hillary is a big person.
Yeah.
They know you, they hear you.
Yeah, he's a celebrity.
But you're a celebrity. But they don't know that you have your own bills that you need to pay.
Yeah.
And everything. And you have your own issues that you need to tackle. So you start with that.
Yeah.
Yours, and when the people around you or near you is stable, and that is important, will build you up to help other people. Doesn't mean help is not about only money.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why we talk about mental health.
Yeah.
In the sense that we talk, we come down, how can we provide a solution on this thing?
Yeah.
So that one is very key. Actually, it reminds me when I usually at home, many people come home.
Yeah.
They come. So I noticed that's why I started to talk about mental health.
Yeah.
Because many people come, they have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
What I usually do when I'm at home, one day you meet people at home, our home, our homestead. So we just sit outside there and talk with these people. We share the ideas and everything. And I noticed one thing, Joab, that is very key to me in my life. My cousins, some of them, they need this. I need 100 man. I need this money. I need this money.
Yeah.
I venture an attitude in our home. I don't just give any people money.
Yeah.
Not of anything, but we discuss.
Yeah.
When I give you these 100 shillings, for example, what do you want to do with it?
Yeah.
When I give you $50, what do you want to do with it?
Yeah.
So when we start discussing that, I asked one of my cousins, I told him that, you know what? You need 200, maybe you go do other things, which is okay.
Yeah.
You want to sort of, but if I don't give you tomorrow, how will that work? So
What's going to happen?
What will happen tomorrow if I'm not there?
Yeah.
So what we discussed, and we said that we start with chicken.
Okay.
I give you 500, for example, $50 or $20. That is around 2,000 Kenyan shillings.
Yeah.
So when I give you that, go buy some chicken.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Let us start from there. After 3 months, this chicken multiply.
Yeah.
And one of my cousins, very, very key. Even if I reach home today, I will just eat chicken throughout.
Yeah.
But it started with the small money. So we discuss about this to empower these people also, so that people can ask them. Don't be somebody that you want everybody to ask you, but also empower the people around you in the community. They need support, but how can we multiply this support so that it is not only Hillary, but also Joab can provide to other people, and give it. So I think that is working to me.
Yeah.
And not all of them, you'll get discouraged also, because there's so many people that we have tried to do that, but at the end of the day, they're telling you, oh, the disease comes, oh, what happened and everything. Then there's stories.
Yeah, I've not been able to do this.
So to me, I like to talk to old men.
Yeah.
Old men, I realize that these people have a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of things that they know that we didn't know. So when you listen to them, you get a lot of wisdom. So when I'm at the village, most of the time I also meet old people, old guys, and I talk to them. They tell us so many stories that makes me learn a lot of things, and that's why I noticed that even them, they were having so many things that they're going through.
Yeah,
because
even in their old age right now.
Old age, they're still suffering.
Yeah,
from the things
even when you think that they're very wise.
They're very wise. We find a lot of stories. So that is very key also.
So we are going to come back to this in particular, but I just want to talk about your you getting into Twitter, which is called X now.
Yes.
So is this something that you always wanted to do, or did it just come by?
I started just during COVID time. 2020.
Yeah.
I was just home doing nothing and everything. I said, can I create something that people can talk about?
Yeah.
Then I created one called Luo Nation.
Yeah.
This Luo Nation that's going on, we were people coming there, we talk on our local language. And, so it was so nice. You don't know, you've never met somebody, but somebody joined from Mexico, Russia, everything.
Yeah.
You find that people coming in, and
Yeah.
it was so fun. This thing I can do it. Then that one create more curiosity.
Yeah.
That
And so this Luo Nation was being done on X, or you did it in...
Yeah, I would do it on X.
Okay.
So when I started that, then I started. I was doing it on my own platform. Then I created a platform for it.
Okay,
so
called Luo Nation.
Called Luo Nation.
Okay.
And then this one.
And so Luo Nation is only for people who speak, the dialect,
speak the Luo language.
Okay.
And it's so nice because elderly people comes, young people come.
Yeah,
you hear
people
how
of different generations.
Different generations.
Yeah.
Some people doesn't know even the language. They try
Yeah.
to navigate. So it was also a learning session.
Yeah.
That one, I was so satisfied.
Yeah.
To do that.
So did you face any challenges or negativity?
Oh, a lot.
Or, when this was going on?
Oh, a lot,
Okay.
man. People are fighting you,
Okay.
and they've never seen you. You know why?
So how are people fighting you?
No, people fighting you because it came a point whereby it came a family. It became like a
Luo
family.
Nation became like a family.
A family
Yeah.
that even if you don't open it, you feel that there's something you're missing.
Yeah.
So because you can discuss things happening home, things happening wherever you are, and everything. People share their ideas.
Yeah.
And it became a home. Whereby we create even the leadership on it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
somebody's secretary, some treasurer, somebody is coordinating all these things.
Yeah.
We bring all the speakers to speak to us, different guests and everything. But you realize that people think that they need to own this thing.
Okay.
They need to host this
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah.
So this one you find people start talking a negative about you, and people expect you to do what they want.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't do that.
Yeah.
They say no, Hillary is not a good person and everything. And now we need not to do that. We need to start another platform. Many people
Yeah.
say nasty things and everything, but those are the challenges that you must be ready as a leader.
Did this affect you in any way? Did you, let's say, mentally?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because I was thinking that. So I started just Twitter. I opened a Twitter. Why do we fight? I came down, and sometimes I even close it. I said, if this one bring problems, I fight with the people that I've never met.
Yeah.
The issues come in, even the family issues. People are bringing the family issues now in in the X.
What do you mean family issues?
Family issues. Somebody has differed with his brothers or
Okay.
wife. They come there
And they start, discussing.
And actually, let me tell you, in the Twitter there, we solved so many issues.
Okay.
The family issues.
Okay. So like husband and wife were disagreeing, and they come
fight
over there.
They come in the Twitter, they start fighting even there. Somebody say the wife, some were being beaten. Some people were there, oh man, I was knocked down at night by my husband and everything.
Oh, so you allow, so the Luo Nation was for all genders? So male
Yeah,
and
it was
female.
all genders. It's
Okay.
all genders. And as long as you're speaking in Luo,
Okay.
so everybody can come in. So man, there was a lot of issues, and now it forces to go inbox.
Okay.
Inbox when I talk to you.
So you
as a
start
job. So I started
DMing
just
people.
DM people.
Yeah.
And we started different calls and everything. And this one also, it helps so many people.
Yeah.
To solve their issues, but also bring a lot of negativity to me because I was not planning this. I was not
Yeah.
ready for this. I
Yeah.
was just doing this for fun as a media platform
Yeah.
so that people can come and talk and go. But I realized that it was more than that.
Yeah.
And I want to say that one positive thing or two, one, there's children, even today, we are paying fee for them and we don't know them.
So you came together as people of the Luo Nation,
the Luo Nation.
and you started this kitty where you raise money
You raise
for
money,
paying
yes.
school fees
So
for
we're
these
paying school
children.
fees for the children. And there's a time also we sat down and we wanted to start a library
Okay.
back home and in Kenya.
Would this be a Luo library?
No, it was a community library. It's not
Okay.
a Luo library, but
Okay.
wherever it's been set up in Luo land.
Quick question. Is there a lot of Luo literature, like Luo books, Luo
There is.
stories and stuff
There
like
is.
that? Okay.
There
And
is.
are they
There's a lot.
readily available?
Yeah, really available. Some are even on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
There's so many.
Okay, so let's go back to your library.
Yeah,
Continue.
so when we sat down and we see that, how can we help our people? Because you realize that many community doesn't have libraries, and the children want to read these storybooks and
Yeah.
everything, even the curriculum books. So we decided to sit down and start a library.
Yeah.
And actually, one day we decided that let us do online contribution.
Oh, okay.
And people gave, and we got like 475,000 Kenya shillings.
Yeah. Okay.
One day.
Yeah.
700.
Like
400.
one morning, you 10 minutes, you said, the next
no,
10
it
minutes,
was,
let's raise some money.
because people go $20, $50, some give 10,000 Kenya shillings, 50. And at the end of the day, we're having 400 one day.
Yeah.
475.
So where is this money kept? When you
This
raise
money, we had a treasurer.
Okay.
And that's why I tell you that. So this platform came to, and we have leadership now.
Yeah.
Me, I was the chairperson, and we have a assistant chairperson. We have the program coordinator.
Yeah.
We have treasurer. We have secretary and everything. So the treasurer is in US at the moment, and now we were sending money to him. We believe him and trust him. We never met, but we trust him and everything. He's an accountant by profession, and now all monies was sending to him. And he kept them well, and. Also, that money bring issues again.
Okay. I
After
would imagine
contributing
that was going to be my next question. All this money, different people don't know each other. Then people start having this sort of, grandiose feeling like, I gave so much, I should have more say. If the treasurer, is not supporting me, this treasurer must be eating my money.
That's true. And some people say that, chairman and treasurer eat the money. Me, I'm in Canada. Somebody's in the US. So how can we eat 400,000? I ask people, 400,000, 75 Kenyan shillings, that is only my transport to back home.
Yeah.
If I eat that money.
So
when we're two of us,
be how much you pay for your first class
ticket and everything. But all in all, I noticed that many people does this. Their expectation is too much. And that is also a problem.
Yeah.
Because people expect that you contribute money today, tomorrow you build a library. Buying a land today in Kenya, in a community to put a library, that is 475 is nothing.
Of course.
Is nothing. You cannot even do that.
It'll be a 16th of an acre.
So we decided that we wanted to send this money home to people, but also the trust issues. Many people bring issues. Like, you cannot send this money. Some say send this money to this person to do this. So we see all these wrangles.
Yeah.
We said, let's keep this money. We kept that money for 1 year. And we decided that, my friend, treasurer, you are going home from US.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this project. He went home this year, July. And one thing that...
You mean last year, 2024 was last year? Yeah.
So when he went home, and I told him that go to the community library. Went to one Nuria library, Nuria bookshop.
Yeah, Nuria bookstore. Yes,
it's known as
it's an online store. Yes,
all the stores and all of that. These are the books that we want. Go buy this book. So what you're gonna do? We are going to 4 counties: Migori, Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Siaya.
Well, those are all the Luo counties, right?
All the Luo cultures, because this one is about Luos.
Yeah.
And these people are coming to the platform. They're coming for those counties.
Yeah.
So we said that go find a community library
that already exists. Okay.
We want to support those libraries.
Okay.
For them, the children around that village community to have books to read. So he went home and went to Siaya to libraries. He went to Kisumu and find a community libraries. He went to Migori and everything. And I thank God that it was done.
Okay.
It was done well. It's only the challenge that we have is that people say that we keep money for so long. But we thought that these are an exercise that we need to do because many people want to read. It's something that we can do, but when people are positive.
Yeah.
And people look at it on a betterment of the future of the children around that area.
Yeah.
Not only Luos, because there are some people live in the Luos in Kisumu, for example, or in Migori. So that library is a community library. So any child that live around there can go to that library and learn. So our target was this should be a yearly thing, whereby not only one library, but we look all the community libraries around. We try to support them. At the end of the maybe 10 years, and when this practice goes on and on, and the incoming generation find it, you realize that in the whole community, at least every village or every location has a library, and this library is filled with books, and everybody around there, not only children, but even the old people, can find a place to go and even to read their stories and their cultures. That was the target. The idea is still live. And now we are going on a higher notch, whereby we want to approach people to come in to support not only Luos, but whoever is willing to support the community projects.
Yeah.
They come in, and if you can get grants and everything. So we support all these libraries.
Yeah.
So coming back to X, X is a good thing. And also
we're going to come back there. I just want to go on with this idea that you had with the, you guys came together, put up a library.
Right.
You guys came together, raised some money, you're supporting people
supporting
in school
students,
fees.
some now even students.
And we also talked about lack of mentorship and how that affects men. And we said that, people should find psychologists or psychotherapists, and sometimes this costs money.
Right.
But I'm just wondering, all these places that you're coming from, I know that, for a very long time, people have been doing philanthropy and they've been supporting causes, different causes, setting up libraries, etc.
Right.
But I'm just wondering, don't you have leaders who are supposed to do this? Don't you have members of parliament? Don't you have MCAs? Don't you have, governors who are supposed to put up these libraries and fund, have running kitties for these libraries so that all this can continuously run?
Thank you, Joab, for that question. These leaders, I don't know. These leaders, I don't know what they do, but if you look their work so well, they need to have policies. Most of the MCS, their work is to legislate. Legislate is to make laws that help people to do businesses, people to do a lot of things in a good way. MPs, the same thing. But they diverse. So you realize that an MC or an MP, his work is to wait people to die to give, maybe pick up and go pick that person to go to the mortuary and everything. So that is not the work of the MP. So but governors, that is their work, to make sure that people have infrastructure, that roads and everything, companies and everything. But we noticed that our leaders just go there for a name.
Okay.
If you want to be superior, they don't do that thing. Now they go there, they're being called Mheshimiwa in Swahili, that is honorable. You realize that they like that so much, so they forget the work that they should do for the people. And that make the work we are doing, it's so tedious. You said very well, they need to do that. They need to have a way of implementing all these things. But we noticed that with them, they're just there for their own gain. They don't care about the people they're leading and everything. And you see how they behave. And it's so unfortunate that we elect these people, and at the end of the day, they don't do the work that we elect them to do. It's so bad. So that's why we say that we cannot wait for these people. And the little that we can do in our own level, let us do it. Because they don't do the work they're supposed to do. They're just working about CDF, and that is not the MP work. We see you on media, you're giving CDF money. No, that is an automatic money for the people. Is provided by the government. So we have a committee to make sure that everybody get equality for the people who the things that they want. The CDF money should just help the people in your region. It's not a matter that you be there. You make sure that is implemented and everything. But your work is to legislate, make laws that help people to have what they want to have, a better life. They have water, electricity, name them roads, companies and everything. But these people are not doing this. So, and that's why it's a bad mentality to all people that they wait the MCAs or the governors or the MP to come and make their life better. They make it worse. And when you wait for these people, they will make it worse because they want to be masters. They want us to serve them. Or they want to worship them. And that is a mind that people should have. That these people, they are in a position. They are just a position, and with the time they will go. And now we need to create good leadership. And if you read, I think I was going through our constitution. That is Kenyan constitution. Chapter 6 is talking about leadership. All of it. What's the work of the leader? What should you do to make sure that people are getting what they need to get? So when you look at it keenly, then, and with our leaders that we have today, they just serve their own interest. and it's making so fun. You make sure that now you see how people are suffering. People are not going to school, which is very key.
Yeah.
People doesn't have roads, and the government has money because of corruption. So these people, they steal our money than making our money work for us. So they just shield out to be more leaders, be more rich, and everything. It's so unfortunate. So we cannot wait for these people anymore to implement all these things.
Yeah.
So that's why we encourage people that what you can do it. If you can bring people on board and do a project, it's important that to serve humanity at any capacity.
Yeah.
Because you're a leader at your own level.
Yeah.
And if you understand that you're a leader at your own level, there's some things that you can do. Don't wait these people were elect. But also, let me mention this, that when I know elections comes and goes, we are trying to teach people. Actually, one of the things also we are doing at the moment is about civic education, or political education.
Okay. What is that?
Political education, we teach people what politics means, and we go to grassroots there.
Okay.
We want to stop this issue that when here politician is coming to a certain village, so everybody is going there. What are you going to do?
You're going to listen to the politician say something?
No. Let them come to you.
Okay.
They need to serve you.
Okay.
You don't need to serve them. That's what people need to understand. So we are making people to understand all this. That when we elect these people, we elect them to serve us. So they need to come to us with the projects, with the things that they're doing. We need to see all these things. They need to come. If you come to like Western countries, like Muso in Canada, for example, you can't even hear. You just hear the election is done.
Yep.
And it's gone. If you're not a citizen, you don't even
you don't even know what happened.
You don't know what is happening.
Yeah.
So if you're a citizen, you have a vote in the evening. You go vote. You go home. You wait the announcement.
Yep. And I think the voting happens for a couple of days.
A couple of days. Then also, and it's very smooth. There's nothing. But back home, man,
it's a big
people
thing.
die. People do what? Why people fight? Why people fight? So these are things that we need to teach our people.
So can we also teach the leader? Do you think it's possible to teach the leaders, or the leaders do this out of impunity?
No, man, we cannot teach them because they have a mission already.
Okay, what is their mission?
Their mission is impunity.
Okay.
Just to steal money.
Okay.
To steal the people properties and to make sure people worship them.
You know, one of the things that I always think about, I think about leaders who have been there, from ages past. Do people realize that they are mortal, that they can only be alive for so long, and after a certain time they are going to die and they won't be there anymore? Do you think that is in the purview of our leaders?
No, it's not. These people, they want to be there. They don't think that they will die tomorrow. They think that they will be there forever. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make these things so to be generational.
Yeah.
You realize that, for example, Ruto now is the president of Kenya.
Okay.
You realize that he's making wealth and everything to uplift his children.
Yeah.
So his children will remain, generation will remain there forever.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you that when you read this history of the world leadership and everything, there were more people who are very powerful. They tried to do that, but they ended. So these people, they will end, and other people will emerge.
Yeah.
And it is a lesson to those people who are emerging now, that when you emerge, know that there's a time that comes, people will not talk about you anymore.
Yeah.
So do what you can and do better things when you're still alive and still have that position to do it. Right.
Create things that would outlast you or outlast you.
People.
Okay.
Because you're there to serve people. Serve people diligently, with integrity, security. These people need to see that. But when you get into power, like I was seeing Ruto when he was campaigning, he was saying that abductions will not ever be there. Many young people are dying now. Many people are now getting lost. Parents are crying. They cannot find their children. They cannot know where these people are, and the security is there. And when you go to the security, I hear the police boss was saying that we don't know who's doing all this. What is their work then? You know.
Do you think the police are not empowered enough to know who is doing it?
But these people are empowered.
Do you think it's being done by a different police force?
No, it's just the same force.
It's the same police
It's the force that are doing this thing. Whether ex or a current serving, these people are the same people. They know what is happening.
And somebody knows something.
Somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. And if they're thugs, then they need to be be known because the government has gadgets, has everything, and that's why they have security. What is their work? We need to know all these things happening. So it's so unfortunate that we say this, tomorrow the same thing is happening.
Yeah.
So these are a lot of impunities, and we are crying about all this. I know many people are crying about this. It's not safe anymore. And people are saying, man, it is crazy. You don't know. You can go out of home, you don't come back, and people doesn't see you forever. There are so many parents now who are saying up to date that they don't know where their children are.
Yeah.
Up to date.
Their children have been...
They have been killed, have been kidnapped, and gone.
By the
work
police
of the government, by the police force, by the officers.
And why do you think the government then would be doing this? Why would they be kidnapping people or, or
no,
killing
they
them?
are not clear about it because if Hillary writes something on Twitter and that thing is not good, why can't you talk to them? Or
okay, so are they being arrested or kidnapped?
These people are not being arrested; they are being kidnapped.
So do you think they're being kidnapped because they're writing things on Twitter?
Exactly, or
social
in
media?
Twitter on social media, the things that they post, and some
And
things
these are
that,
anti-government sentiments.
yeah, it's not even anti-government. They said what is happening.
Okay.
So when you say what is happening,
Also, they bring to light the truth about what is happening.
what is happening outside there.
Okay.
Because the government does a lot of issues. So when you do that, when they find you, they don't arrest you.
Yeah.
They kidnapped you. Because arresting, I believe in arrest that they have a warrant of arrest.
Yeah.
So when I come to arrest you as a police officer, I should tell you that I'm Hillary Gondi, I'm so and so,
Yeah.
and I'm here to arrest you. Why do you arrest me? Because of this. But that thing is not there.
Yeah.
They beat you up. They throw you away.
So they are doing
you
this
know?
to intimidate people.
Exactly.
Because there is no law against all these things they are writing on Twitter.
There's
then?
law, but they don't follow law anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there a law against writing the truth about what's going on?
No. There's no that law. You write what you know.
Okay.
But if government is feeling that what you are addressing or what you are writing is not proper, they need to come and ask you, where did you get this information?
Okay.
And why do you write this
Okay.
on a proper way? But we don't see that.
Yeah.
You don't see that because you got a certain information, you put it out there. Or like the boy that was arrested, the Kibet, that one is was abducted. He was just posting about cartoon about President Ruto. What is wrong with the cartoon? And who told Ruto that this cartoon is Ruto?
Okay.
Because any cartoon can, and he's only not to look like himself. There's somebody who's also look like him somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
So when this person put all these things and write Kasongo, Ruto is not being called Kasongo.
Okay.
So that is it's so bad, and we don't see the leadership that we are expecting to lead the people.
Yeah, one of the things that really breaks my heart and that I hope to change is that my grandmother was killed about 12 years ago. 14 years ago, man. It's been so long, I even forget.
14.
Yeah. So the people who killed her were never arrested.
Wow.
And I know that they are known, and I know that it is possible for them to be arrested.
Right.
If the necessary steps were taken.
Right.
But I am saddened by the fact that the guys who killed her will never face justice. They will live their life and they will die peacefully or painfully, but not because they killed my grandmother.
Killed your grandmother.
They will never face the consequences for that.
Oh, man.
Now, when I look at some other jurisdictions, so let's say the United States or some of these European jurisdictions,
Right.
a crime might have happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But the person who perpetrated that crime would be arrested today if they were not arrested then.
Right.
When new evidence comes to light, when new technology comes to investigate that crime better, etc. Now, I am so saddened that even if new technology came to light, even if new information came to light, the guys who killed my grandmother will probably never be arrested or anything.
Come on board and everything. So that's the problem.
And I'm just going to finish this and say that one thing that I hope to do is to create a change that will ensure that the people who will commit crimes during my lifetime or in the future will be arrested, prosecuted, and face the consequences for their crime. Even if there is no technology at that point to arrest them. They can be arrested 20 years later.
Right.
But I have to do something. I don't want to live in this world, man, and just accept the status quo and just die. After living in this world, having the Couch Connect and hosting a bunch of people
of people, right?
And then I just disappear from the earth, when I die, and I'm forgotten without creating any real change. And so one of the things that I would like to fight for is working police forces that can actually investigate crimes and bring perpetrators into book. I'm sorry for digressing from
it's
the
okay.
point
No, that is important.
So I know that you are you and a couple of friends have come together and you're doing something about whatever is going on.
Even today we have an event in the next 1 hour 15 minutes.
Okay.
First, thank you so much for having an idea of creating something that can bring justice to our people.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to create something. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. But maybe the change that I'm going to create is by either discovering something in the course of my academic research, or empowering the people already there to think better. I still don't know how to do it.
Thinking itself is a good thing. And I want to encourage you that go on and do more research about that. But I want to say that these people they have information.
Okay.
It's only due to impunity. We don't see people get what they need to get. We don't see these people are being brought to board. But I want to tell you, the government has a capacity to bring everybody who is doing something which is right on board, and be persecuted or being charged in the law. But they are not doing that. Why? Because corruption. We are living in the world that everything is being corrupt, and more so when the leaders get on board, and also they be more corrupt. They don't care about people who are being killed. They care about themselves. They serve themselves. So we said before, there are people creating this fear into people. They want us to see them when they come, we serve them, So they forget that we are the masters, not them, because we have a power. People have power. If you read the Kenyan Constitution, Chapter 1, saying that people have the power to put people on the board. So the power belongs to the people. And that one should be clear to the leaders. It's only that these people, when you get there, they create this fear to them. They say, why? When you see Ruto, you need to run away. You see somebody, you need to run away because you don't know what will happen. So they even create thugs. They pay these thugs to kill people. And because they have power to manipulate the judiciary and everything. So there's no any human rights that we can see is happening. And this is so unfortunate job in the sense that we put these leaders to live a good life, to be secure, to have safety, to get jobs and everything. But it is the other way around.
So going back to your X Spaces, I know that you have Luo Nation, but you have this other one that you...
the Pressure Point.
Pressure Point. So what is Pressure Point all about?
Pressure Point is about, it's talking of accountability, governance, and also it's talking about, we talk about even health issues and so many things. So we are diverse. Pressure Point means that pressure, every sector, there's a pressure on it.
Okay.
And
so you're putting pressure on government?
On government and everything that is happening across the world.
Okay.
In the sense that people need good health.
Okay.
How can we push for people to get better health?
Okay, so you put pressure on systems.
On systems.
Okay.
On the systems.
And so what I'm trying to ask then is the pressure on government systems, or is the pressure on individuals to become
is government more
okay.
So we focus on government.
Okay.
We focus on government in the sense that because government should provide all these things to the people.
Yeah.
So we put the pressure to every corner to make sure that people get what they need to get.
Yeah.
Because they have a right to do that. They pay taxes, and we want to see that these taxes are working for them.
Yeah.
So we put pressure to the government. What they are not doing right and where they're doing things right, we say that is right. But also people need better this, because these are the things that also you promise this thing. Apart from promising them, these are what the government should be doing, the betterment of the people. So we put the pressure to the people. So that's why we bring many categories or many guests on our platform. What can we do? How can we approach all these things? And we are trying to do this so that these people should work for the people.
Yeah.
And that's our goal.
Yeah.
To make sure that people get what is right.
True.
One of them is security. Second of them is education. Third of them is health. You know, all these things. Mention them. There are so many. Yeah. So all these things, if people have good health, people have good education, people have jobs, we'll have a better country. You know. So that's why we are trying to pressure the government to make sure that people get what is needed for them.
One of the lines that you have on your profile is, this phrase that is associated with struggle and perseverance.
Yes.
Aluta continue.
Aluta continue.
Yeah, so the struggle continues.
So, struggle continues. We will never get tired. And we believe that even after us, people will not get tired.
Yeah.
Jaramogi Odinga said sometimes, he's not yet Uhuru. Means that there's still no freedom. Yeah. So we need this freedom, and we need it. We don't need, when you say something even online on the media platform, we don't want to hear that police comes for you. Yeah. No. We say it, and you mean it. We ignore it, or we follow you up on a right way. We ask, what did you mean about all these things? Yeah. Not that everything is being posted. People are being abused in all these platforms. But it cannot be that everything that you post, you take it a negative way and make somebody disappear. No, we don't want that.
Culturally, you are a Luo man.
Right.
But you have been transformed into this sort of, I would say, quasi global figure, because you now identify as a Canadian, at least, being domiciled in a Canadian culture.
Right.
So do you think that the fact that you've been exposed more to this Canadian culture,
right,
this informs your fight,
right,
for equality,
right,
or your fight for making sure that everybody gets, what is a fair share of a good life on this earth?
Big time, 100%. That was 100%, because I have a lot of information that now we share with people back home that I was not having when I was there. So coming here and diversing this culture, I've learned so many things. One of them, we have just talked about election. When election was happened, last election happens when I was here. I just saw people voting and going. I didn't see any people coming to the road. No. We just see them on TV. They come there.
One thing, if I were to run a campaign in Canada, I think I would do the Kenyan style. I'd get these big trucks with big microphones, and I'll go around the streets, shouting my name.
That one will be good. That, I think it will be great. I was talking to a friend of mine in Alberta. He was saying that one time when you want to be mayor or councillor in this country, call all Kenyans and let us go to the street and do it on Kenyan style. I think it will be an amazing thing. But also, how does this create impact on a positive level in Kenya? I think it's just a primitive. In the sense that wasting a lot of money and wasting a lot of resources, going to the road, giving people 200 and telling them the things that you not do, that you can go to nowadays there's a lot of platforms, even in vernacular, tell people what you want to do there.
You can have those X Spaces as well.
Even X Spaces as well, or even there's so many radios, TVs and everything, and even all platforms, even Facebook. You can go there and tell people what you want to do to them. I think going to the road, it is an old culture whereby we need to do away with it. But that will happen if we empower people. People have electricity. People can access all these things. People have been educated and everything. So the government, they should work on? They should work educating people. So people can be enlightened on all these things. And that's what we meant within Pressure Point. People should know what is happening. And that one will help people now not to go to the road to wait the MPs or the president or the council and everything. When he has a meeting, he calls people in a field, then we'll go there. But not he's passing on the road, then we go there. No, I think we are above that.
Yeah.
But that can happen if you and I come out and tell our people, our cousins, our friends, people across us, what is happening and how they should handle these things. And with that, with the time, it might take time, but I believe that one day when we will achieve that.
Yeah. Man, you are such a big inspiration, and I think you're going to leave a very big legacy. Not only not only in the X spaces where you are,
Yes.
but also I think from the young people who are looking up to you and seeing how you are using your voice and your platforms to fight for better change.
Right.
I think that's going to leave a very big legacy, man.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
We at least people have a platform and people should say these things the way they are, without fear, without contradiction, and be bold and be focused on what you're doing. And I usually say this: don't abuse anybody, but say things that the way they are. What is wrong, it is wrong. It never be right.
Yeah.
But also we look away of getting it better.
True.
All the time. So most of the young people are coming on board. And if I go back to mental health, men mental health, I think boy child, we are really pushing these people because when the boy child is strong, the community is strong.
Yeah.
If we diminish the boy child, we finish the community. The life starts from God, come from a man, and create more lives. So man is or men in this context is very key. We need to empower them and make sure that they know their role that they need to play. That will make the community to be strong.
Well, Mr. Hillary, thank you very much for gracing this couch with your presence.
I thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you for those people who are watching.
Yeah.
And let us keep this conversation going on.
Yeah.
And anytime, all the time, I'm ready, man. We just keep on saying all these things and
I mean, they're gonna be hard. They're gonna be hard, and I think this is how we create all these changes, man. So thank you very much. This has been the Couch Connect. My name is Joab. I've been hanging out with Hillary today. Till the next episode, do take care. Adios.
Bye.